CBS 46, your vaccine team and dramatic measures in the fight against COVID happening nationwide. At 5:30, we'll show you the latest businesses that are now requiring their employees to be vaccinated. First, let's get you caught up with the latest on COVID-19. According to Johns Hopkins University in Baltimore, today the world surpassed 200 million reported COVID-19 infections. That is over the course of the pandemic so far. The University System of Georgia announcing today that it will not mandate masks or vaccines for staff and students. Today, Georgia reporting 3,000 new cases. The vaccine team has live team coverage with the strain on Georgia's hospital system. But we begin with CBS 46's Ashley Thompson, who is live in Midtown, where businesses have had to turn on a dime really amid this pandemic, haven't they, Ashley?
They certainly have. Businesses like Cafe Intermezzo here behind me. There are actually 3 locations, this one here in Midtown. The owner says they are happy to follow guidance put out by the city and the state, but not all guests are willing to follow the rules. As the Delta variant tears through the country, new measures to control the spread. New York City now mandating COVID-19 vaccinations for workers and customers at gyms, restaurants, and entertainment centers.
It's time for people to see vaccination as literally necessary to living a good and full and healthy life.
For now, Atlanta Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms is only mandating masks indoors, and on Monday had this to say when asked if employers should mandate vaccinations.
We're not at that point, and quite frankly, I don't know that it would be effective based on what I'm hearing as the reasons that people will not get vaccinated.
The restaurant industry was clobbered by COVID in 2020. This year, things are looking up, but there are still plenty of unprecedented challenges.
Our restaurateurs and their workers are deeply concerned about should there be a mandate for vaccinations, and they would have to enforce it.
A few restaurants in Atlanta are mandating vaccines, though most are not.
We don't want to come down on people looking like police officers.
Brian Olson owns Cafe Intermezzo with locations around the metro. He says navigating the pandemic and its restrictions can be tricky.
We have a staff member who at one of the cafes here yesterday said his freedom's being taken away by having to wear a mask. We said, well, no, your freedom is still there. You can choose not to work here anymore. And that's what we did, and he did.
Cafe Intermezzo requires both employees and guests to wear masks. Asked about New York City's new vaccination mandate, Olson says he sees both sides of the coin.
I mean, it would definitely hurt business if you mandate something like that. Mandating vaccination is what I would call one of the extreme measures, and yet I think it's an important measure, personally.
And the mayor says the city will continue to be cognizant of the science and the data, continuing to watch these numbers. So while there is no vaccination mandate right now, really anything can happen. Live in Atlanta, I'm Ashley.